Yo, how's it going? So, when an anime villain makes a legendary entrance, now, legendary entrances like from heroes are great. There's nothing to like, a good villain to like make you really like, oh, a new warrior has arrived. Like it's so great. I love it. Yeah, Attack on Titan.
A villain can choose to power his way to the screen, slowly emerge in a sinister manner, or simply walk towards the protagonist carrying an aura that quickly raises the stakes. Anything to make that huge entrance that snaps into a cliffhanger or turns the stakes up in the snap of a finger. So for today, we're going to be looking at villains who made their mark on various kinds of memorable entrances or introductions
I've never
in
seen
anime.
this. Of course, the Colossal Titan. That was epic.
The Colossal Titan's entrance is up.
Yo, okay, so I've been, I've been procrastinating on Attack on Titan for like the wildest, like for a very, very, very long time. I'm finally going to sit down and watch the series. It's been a while. Like I only saw, I think, first season, and then after that, I just kind of like let it go. But I've been procrastinating it, and I'm ready. I feel like this is the best time for me to go ahead and watch Attack on Titan.
And we're going to be starting out with this big entry.
Like I somehow avoided all spoilers on it. Like
Attack on Titan
every time something came up, I just did not go for it.
Becomes even more engaging in practice once you get to see how the Colossal Titan got introduced. Amidst the narration, audiences were treated to an astounding testament to the crisis that we've only felt or heard of. When the Colossal Titan makes its appearance, it does so not with a bang, but with the whole atmosphere created by its mere presence, as well as the ominous presence it exudes just by standing, making this one of the stronger villain entrances / debuts off the top of my head. There's no loud shouting, there's no over-the-top reactions, just plain, unadulterated fear. Something you'd expect from humanity when faced with a larger-than-life threat. One that threatens the very foundations of their very existence. It's an entrance that makes the threat feel very real, and I think it's one of the best ones out there thanks to how much it helped push the premise and the mood that the series was going for.
Insanity. It was an insane moment to see.
More legendary villain entrances to come. But how about taking a bit of a detour to the realm of heroes? After all, the king of the dynamic entrances, bar none, is Saitama. And you can experience the magic
that's my
with
guy
this new
right
game
here.
And the sponsors of this video, One Punch Man, the strongest. One Punch Man needs no introduction
There's a game?
to most of you. But did you know that it has this extremely fun turn-based RPG on mobile? My favorite part about
I'm not a fan of turn-based like that.
It's an officially licensed game. So you know what that means, don't you? It means you get to experience the anime and all the cool moments that come with it in the most authentic manner possible, complete with visuals, cutscenes, voice acting and such. The character designs also look so awesome and accurate, and it makes it even more tempting to collect them all to bring them to the various modes that the game provides. With over 60 heroes and villains available for recruiting, you have your hands full building your perfect team. So now is the best time to get started on this game, because with over 1 million pre-registrations, the game's going all out in its celebratory freebies. Get items such as old hanger avatar, aesthetic frames, and my favorite of them all, free rolls. By just logging in for 7 days, you can also get new
so addicted to some free rolls, bro. It's like opening packs.
One Punch Man the Strongest is now available on both Android and
addicting.
iOS.
Just
you can
addicting.
download the game by following the link or scanning the QR code. And don't forget to input the promo code too. It will help the channel and the game immensely, and you get to fight alongside Saitama as the world's fastest rising hero. Sounds like a win-win, right? But how about something a little bit louder now? Something more boisterous for the next entry. Here's Grimmjow with his debut.
Oh, I love the music on this. Amazing.
You can immediately
I
tell
love
how
Bleach
different
music.
Attack on Titan and Bleach are in terms of atmosphere and genre execution when you compare these two debuts. There are many great debuts for enemies in Bleach, but this is one that struck me hard when I was a young teen getting into anime. Rukia had just finished impressing everyone when this new entry, introducing himself as the 6th Espada, appears as the two protagonists look on in horror, citing his insane spiritual pressure. So how does Grimmjow make his grand entrance? by one-shotting Rukia out of nowhere, of course. Like the Colossal Titan, the anime tries to dial up the threat of this new character by appealing to the senses, the shaking, the whole ominous air surrounding this new character, people talking about how
Easy
powerful
work.
this guy really is. The
Hot
difference
knife
is that
through
Grimjaw
butter.
wastes no time showing off his prowess and getting Ichigo to fight and backing up all those claims by overwhelming the main character. Compared to our first entry where humanity's powerless against the threats of nature, Ichigo gets a chance to fight this new threat as an equal, only to find himself getting his ass kicked thoroughly though. Quite a good introduction to someone who would remain Ichigo's biggest rival throughout the arc, right?
Oh yeah. That is until we meet the other man. I can't remember his name.
Since we're on the topic of
Espada one.
magical samurai with powers, how about transitioning to Sengoku Basara and Hideyoshi's first appearance?
Hideyoshi's first. I've never seen this anime.
Toyotomi Hideyoshi has long been a stock character of sorts in Japanese media, next to Nobunaga himself, who begged to portray them one of his finest allies and mightiest generals. The Hideyoshis in anime and video games come in different flavors, but in terms of sheer power and dread, none evoke that feeling more than the Sengoku Basara 2 form. He's got the gruff look and the spoken hype down pat. But how does he prove he's one of the most badass portrayals of this historical character? How about staying unfazed in the face of a rain of arrows before standing there and casually sending everything back at your attackers? Yeah, that would
damn, bro.
Fear,
okay.
Right? And you want to know what the catch is? Hideyoshi doesn't even use any weapons. None. Just pure fists and brute strength.
He's about that action.
His enemies en masse.
Okay.
And all it takes
that's
to drive
dope.
that
That's dope.
home is this banger of a first appearance. We scale things down a bit with Nui's first appearance
Killer.
in Kill la Kill. From bombastic entrances, we reach Nui's introduction. Now, how does this cute and childish girl's first appearance compare to all the badassery that we've seen so far? Well, in terms of pure awesomeness, there's nothing to write home about at first, except the super casual one-shot on Uzu, establishing her as a major threat. Then she walks towards Ryuko and nonchalantly reveals her role in killing Ryuko's father. All that, along with the reveal of the scissor blade, done in a playful manner of course, and in a flick of a finger, things suddenly take on a complete 180-degree turn in terms of stakes. Sengetsu goes berserk. Now it's on. While this villain entrance may not have the big atmosphere at
that was
first,
actually kind of
I'll
cool.
always remember because of how quickly things turn from playful and comedic to serious and high stakes. And I think the great villains can easily flip that switch.
Okay.
Suddenly, we have a major battle on our hands. Now, we look at the Owl's entrance in Tokyo Ghoul.
Ooh, yes. Man, I love Tokyo Ghoul, man.
In terms of reputation after the first season, it's such a sad fate compared
Yeah,
to
man.
the 7 deadly sins. But don't let the haters fool you, though. Tokyo Ghoul, even past its first season, still has a bevy of awesome moments and scenes that can run away with the rule of cool.
I wish they could redo Tokyo Ghoul.
You won't be scared out of your wits.
I loved it.
Owl descend and appear from the smoke like that, and you're trapped there with him. Nowhere to go. Nowhere to run. Just you and this monster that puts some RPG bosses to shame in sheer fear factor.
I remember this now.
What's next, then the screen just fades to black. An abrupt end that keeps us on the edge of our seats wanting to know what's going to happen next. Owl's already established as a character before this, so this doesn't count as a debut. But as far as villain entrances and the emotions they make you feel, this is one extremely powerful scene. Next up is
That hurts. Every time I see Tokyo Ghoul, it hurts. I wish they could do it great. They could do it justice in the future.
I featured Made in Abyss quite several times on my lists, but I don't think I've ever featured the characters that much. That changes today. And let's give a round of applause to Bondrewd for this great villain debut. By the time this arc rolled around in anime form, Bondrewd has been sort of a mastermind behind the scenes. The master of body surfing carries with him a rather unpleasant reputation and has been a thorn in the side of our heroes. However, those fears created by his reputation and actions get turned up to 11 when he emerges again in his physical form. And boy, is it scary to see the scene play out if we do a bit of empathizing. This moment toys with us, showing Pushkar's supposedly heartwarming reaction only for a hand to grab hold of said heart and twist it around to establish that, yeah, this guy here is legit one of the worst people in fiction. This moment toys with us and gives us a huge amount of suspense as to what's next for the character. What
Well,
more
I don't
can
get what's
this
going on
guy
with this
who has
character.
no sense of good or evil do? What's important is that he's back, and the main characters are going to be in for the fight of their lives.
This doesn't pique my interest at all.
Nowhere like he did.
Oh yes. Oh my god. And this is why I bought a 4K TV. This is why I fell into consumerism.
Trade movie, or ARC, depending on which medium you watch this on, led us all to believe that Enmu was the big one. I mean, this is the guy who survived Muzan's purge of his subordinates while carrying what conceptually is very overpowered ability. Then the good guys beat him in an epic battle, and it's time for the unwinding, right? Suddenly, this new demon, Upper Moon 3, appears out of nowhere, just right when our heroes are at their most vulnerable, and it's a sudden climax just when you thought it was all over. Argaza's entrance, for me, excels so much due to its timing and how much it shifted the tone of the movie or episode.
Yeah, dude, it was an amazing entrance.
With Ufotable's art and sound direction, the whole thing with Argaza appearing and only Rengoku being in any form ready to battle. What followed was one of the greatest fights in battle shonen movie history. And if you don't want a more in-depth look at the fight, you can check out one of the other videos on my channel, which I'll be
Just
linked
such
above.
a banger, bro. What a banger, bro. That was a great banger. Oh, this was a cool entrance too.
We end with Kizaru.
Yeah, this guy was dope, dude.
Kizaru is one of the most overpowered characters in One Piece. And how does he show it? By defeating the supernovas, of course. But don't let anyone tell you his prowess came out of nowhere. We've all been warned when he made his entrance in Sabaody. There are few things that are bigger flexes than the swagger-filled way he entered the scene. He gave zero care in the world as he's getting shot while easily dispatching everyone in sight. While he may not look the coolest or the most
dude, he was sick.
intimidating amongst the huge gallery of villains in One Piece, Kizaru lets his actions do the talking in this scene, one which features him making quick work of Hawkins as well. And when Apu joined the party, oh, big mistake. Few villains can enter the scene looking so unfazed, as if he's just toying with all the poor fools in his sight, and Kizaru does it with so much swag that he quickly turns
I know how the police are the bad guys here.
himself into one of the most intimidating
how the
characters
government's
out
like the
there.
bad
And to
guy
think
in
that
this.
Luffy and gang will have to face him eventually. Huh,
Yeah, well, they're
great
corrupt
way
though,
to
but
build up the hype.
I always thought it was kind of funny. Yeah, that was epic. This was epic.
And that wraps up our list. 8 of my favorite and most memorable anime villain entrances. Now, I hope you had a good time with this one.
It was great. It was great. Definitely subscribe to viniitube, but he made me go back wishing Tokyo Ghoul. I wish Tokyo Ghoul was done right. Like, I hope they can there's like a redo on it, you know, they can just make it better, because it hurts.